Hey folks, Pastor Sharam Hadian here with you, Truth and Love Ministry. Just wanted to bring you a quick and short video about my thoughts, my feelings, my prayers over the last few weeks about the situation in Iran, and a message for President Trump, and a message for all who support President Trump and support or claim to support freedom and liberty. I want to tell you that I'm an American. I'm from Iran, born there, raised there, fled before the government was overthrown and a coup was committed in 1979. We were betrayed by the United States in 1977 by a U.S. president named Jimmy Carter. Iran was an ally of the United States, an ally of Israel. And yet, based on outside forces and inside forces, Iran was overthrown. And now, 47 years later, Iran, the regime, the Islamic Republic, has become perhaps the single greatest threat to the world. American lives have been taken by the hand of this regime. European lives have been taken by the hand of this regime. Canadian lives have been taken by the hand of this regime. Middle Eastern lives have been taken by the hands of this regime. Jewish lives have been taken by the hands of this Islamic regime. This is the core to Islam. Islam is a cult. Islam is an antichrist spirit. Islam is demonic. It is from the very pit of hell. And as a former Muslim who came out of Islam almost 27 years ago, I know the spirit that is behind it, the spirit that has been in Iran, the demonic presence that is in Iran. There is no negotiating with that evil. There is no making deals. There is no, hey, maybe they can moderate. Maybe they can disarm. Like the claim that somehow Hamas will disarm and demilitarize. There is no negotiating with this evil. You either succumb to it or you defeat it. And the Iranian people, after 47 years of succumbing to it, after 47 years of living under this Islamic theocratic tyranny, have said it's better to die than to live under this evil. And since late December, they have taken to the streets. They stood first because of economic pressures, then it became about the end to the regime. And because the United States, because President Trump said, listen, if they kill the protesters, we're locked and loaded, and we will come to their rescue. On January 8th, they went to the streets, and they have been shouting the name of Reza Pahlavi, the son of the Shah. They have been shouting, long live the Shah, long live Iran. They've been shouting, Pahlavi will return, down with the dictators, down with Khamenei, the supreme leader, down with Islam. The Iranian people, the Persian people have royally rejected Islam. They're done. They went to the streets January 8th and 9th. And then the blackout came. And I knew that was going to be a massacre. I knew that the regime was again repeating its pattern. Same thing they did in 1979, where they blacked out after they took over and they committed the coup. And they began the massacre of the people, secret executions. They did the same thing back then, where they would deliver bodies that had been murdered, executed, to the families with a bill, charging them for every bullet that was used. This is the same pattern. They're repeating themselves again and again. Because there is no deal to be had. There is no negotiation. And to all of you who support President Trump, to all of you who love America, I'm bringing this message because I believe this is a warning to America. When we do not allow our yes to be yes, that invites judgment. That invites consequences. It's a spiritual principle in the Bible. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Now, I was not in favor of America's involvement from the beginning because I don't want America to pick and choose who is going to succeed this evil dictatorship, this evil regime. But when the United States, when President Trump said we're locked and loaded, and when on January 13th, the president had said help is on the way, after he told the people to go into the streets, take the institutions, and help is on the way. 2 weeks later, as we still do not know the severity of the massacre. Numbers, 60,000, 70,000, perhaps more, have been massacred. Many wounded, blinded, many still to be executed, raped. And yet, 2 weeks after President Trump said help is on the way, nothing has happened. And I know some of you out there will say, but Shahram, don't worry. They're planning. They're waiting. They're waiting for the right time. I hope you are right. I hope that help is on its way. But I want to tell you here that as an American, as an Iranian, as a Christian, my heart is deeply grieved, not only because of evil that we see in Iran and other parts of the world at the hands of this demonic antichrist spirit that is Islam, that I will fight with every breath in my body till my last breath is out of my body. I will fight this demonic ideology here in America and abroad. I will never succumb to it. I will never stop talking about it. I will never stop exposing it. I will never call it what it is. It is again from the pit of hell, and it has taken the hearts and the blood and the sweat and the tears of the Iranian people. And the Iranian people are sending a message to the world. This is what you're going to get if you don't stand up and fight. And yet the Iranian people are disarmed. They have no way of defending themselves. They've been disarmed. So they relied on outside help. They relied on those words of the president. They wanted Israel last year to finish the job back in June of 2025. But America intervened and gave a lifeline to this regime, to Khamenei. America intervened and said, let's make a deal. Possibly because they're beholden, America is beholden to all these Arab Muslim nations like Qatar and the Saudis and the United Arab Emirates. Maybe it's because of deals. I don't know. Only the Lord knows. But I do know this. The principle is, if you're going to say yes, if you're going to say help is on the way, if you're going to say we're locked and loaded, and you don't help, and you don't stand up, then I believe the principle kicks in. The blood of those people are on our heads. It's on our heads. And God will hold our nation to account for our leaders and our president saying to a people, go into the streets and help is on the way. Every day more have died. Every day more went because they thought help was on the way. And so this is a moment of history. Just like Jimmy Carter betrayed the Iranian people, betrayed the world by allowing and supporting this Islamic dictatorial regime, this evil theocratic regime to take hold of Iran and then perpetuate the greatest terrorist jihadist entity other than the Muslim Brotherhood on the planet over the last 47 years. How many thousands and tens of thousands of lives and blood is on the hands of this evil regime? And America, we help them get in power. And now President Trump has the opportunity to do what is right, what is just, not nation build. Don't pick the next leaders. The Iranian people have already been very clear. They have already decided who they want. They want Reza Pahlavi back because they want to make right what they messed up 47 years ago. They want to correct the grave mistake that we Iranians made 47 years ago. By not fighting, by not standing, by not speaking out at that time. Well, now there's no more room. There's no more space. There's no more arguing. There's no more debating. It's now put up or shut up. And us Iranians, we're going to put up and we're going to stand up. And the regime is threatening people like myself and others from outside the country who are supporting Iran. And all I can say is we rebuke your threats. Or we rebuke your threats in Jesus' name. But I'm very concerned for our nation here in America, because if our leadership says we are coming and we're locked and loaded and we're ready to help and we do nothing, there are so many things that can be done, and we don't do what we said we were going to do. Again, I would have preferred if Trump hadn't said anything at the beginning. But as one who has supported this president and voted for him, this is a moment that will be like the legacy of Jimmy Carter if the president does not act and actually stop this evil and help the Iranian people, which will help the world, which will help America. And then get out of the way and let the people choose the leader they want, Reza Pahlavi, not some Islamic communist entity that is being backed by the likes of Mike Pence and Pompeo and Rudy Giuliani and others in the conservative movement called MEK. No, let the Iranian people choose whom they want. And that's the Crown Prince. That's Reza Pahlavi. They want him to come. They want to liberate Iran. And liberating Iran will liberate, in my opinion, other parts of the Middle East. And immediately Iran will become an ally of Israel. Immediately Iran will become an ally of America. So I don't know all the reasons why this waffling is going on by the president and his inner circle and his cabinet. I sure hope it's not because of money. I sure hope it's not because of us being beholden to these rich Arab Muslim countries. I sure hope there's some other tactical reason. And as I've said on my shows, the majority of the videos that are coming out of Iran, the majority of the death toll that is coming out of Iran is from 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago. We're not even getting the most accurate numbers because there's still a blackout. Why can't America take down the technology that is Iran is using, the Chinese technology Iran is using to block the satellites? Why can't America work to restore internet access for those people? Why can they not freeze all the assets of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and all their henchmen across the world? Why have they not gone publicly and said, we absolutely denounce this regime. It is illegitimate. It is not any longer recognized. It has lost its any credibility that it may have had with any nation. I can't imagine why, but those are things that they could have done. Yet we see silence from the White House for the most part. We see silence from the president, and I see silence from most of our pastors and churches. By the way, speaking of the pastors and churches, where are you, pastors and churches? Where are you, my internet friends, my Facebook friends, who were all over Israel during their fight for their survival, who claimed Israel was committing genocide in Gaza, who claimed Israel was an apartheid state, who claimed Israel was a murderous regime? Where are you now, you hypocrite Christians, in regard to Iran? How come you're silent? How come you haven't said anything about a genocide the level of Rwanda That a regime can kill 60,000+ people in a matter of 2 or 3 days. And again, we don't even know the numbers. So this is a message to the president. This is a message to America. This is a message to Christians. Let our yes be yes. And so some of you are posting on here, they're about to strike. Okay, well, we'll see. They've been saying that for 2 weeks. Meanwhile, every day, Iranians die. Every day, Christians around the world are dying. Every day that our administration appeases Islam and the Muslim world, that is worse for Christians. And by the way, every day we do that, guess what? That means more of the Islamic takeover of America. Have you seen Dallas, Texas lately? Have you been to Houston, Texas lately? I don't mean just Minnesota or Michigan or New York. They are systematically taking over America. And the message of the Iranian people, the message of me to America as an Iranian Christian, I'm American, I'm Iranian, I'm a Christian, is wake up America, because if you don't, Iran will be your future. The Iran of today. So I am mad, I am hurt, I am frustrated, I am grieved, I am embarrassed for our nation. And I sure hope that some of these Christian pastors who are having the ear of the president can get to him and can say, very simple message, Mr. President, let your yes be yes. The Lord is watching. You made a promise, let your yes be yes. You didn't have to make it, but you made it. And people have died because of your promise. Or just get out of the way of Israel. Mr. President, get out of the way of Israel. Let Israel go and finish the job. Let Israel go and finish the job. So I supported this president. I voted for him 3 times. But if this doesn't happen, my support is done. I am finished. I am done. And so I just wanted to make that clear to everybody. Because I don't worship a man, I worship God Almighty. This is why we're not to follow man, because man is fickle. Man can be double-minded. We must worship God and God alone and stand on His word as Christians, especially if you're claiming to be a Christian. So yeah, so much is being exposed right now. The hypocrisy of our government, the hypocrisy of so many pastors and churches and Christians. Because again, silent. The world continues to remain mostly silent on the massacre of the Iranian people, because Iranian people are the true freedom fighters right now on this planet. Unarmed, young people, walking into bullets, machine guns. The bravery, the courage is an inspiration to me. I have never been so inspired as I have been in the last 3 or 4 weeks to buckle up, double down, triple down, quadruple down. And maybe some of you are more optimistic than I am about how you view our president. But this is a defining moment. Make no mistake about it. God is watching. God is watching not only President Trump, but God is watching this nation, and God is watching all of the churches and the Christians out there that, again, were trumpeting evil Israel, genocidal Israel, free Palestine, poor Palestinians, poor Gaza, and yet your hypocrisy makes me want to vomit. And if you want to unfriend me, go ahead and unfriend me. If you want to not talk to me again, please be my guest. Because I don't stand with hypocrites. I don't stand with people that are inconsistent in how they apply justice. Civilians died in Gaza? Sure. Yes. But 80% of the people in Gaza supported Hamas. And Hamas declared war and attacked another nation and killed 1,200 Jews. The Iranian people have done nothing. It's their government that's killing them. They have done nothing to deserve this. They have simply said, we just want to live. We want to eat. We want to be able to afford food. We want to be able to get water. We want to be able to have heat. We want to just be able to live. And also, as an Iranian, we don't want to be associated with a dictatorial, Islamic, theocratic, evil, demonic regime that is killing people around the world, funding Hamas, funding Hezbollah, funding ISIS, funding the Muslim Brotherhood, working to kill Jews and destabilize the world. No, we don't want to be associated with that. So I felt that I needed to bring this message. It's a warning. I'm nobody. All of these famous Christian prophets out there, all of these famous people that are in the White House and have Trump's ears, and his so-called spiritual advisor, Paula White, and all you pastors out there to support Paula White and support what they're doing. Where are you right now? Where are you in speaking a message? It's not enough to say, oh, Mr. President, we're praying for you. Oh, America, we're praying. No, there comes a time for action. There comes a time where you need to do what you said you're going to do. If I say something that I'm going to do and I don't do it, then it's on me. And the consequences are on me, because God holds us to account on our words. So, Mr. Trump, you didn't have to step in. You should have butted out. You should have let Israel finish the job last year, and we wouldn't even be in this mess right now. This regime would have been toppled. Every one of us that are from Iran know this regime would have been done last year had Israel been able to finish what they were to do. No, you intervened. You stopped the planes by your own words. You told them to turn around. You told them not to take out Khamenei because you didn't want to, quote, destabilize, or you didn't want to have attacks. Listen, Islam will keep attacking us. Evil will keep attacking us. They will keep doing what they're doing. It doesn't matter what we do. They're going to do what they're going to do. They've declared war on us. But when the time comes, do what is right. Wield the sword of the civil authority properly in accordance with Romans 13. To be an exactor of good versus evil, against evil. So whether it's the Christians that are being massacred in Sudan and Nigeria and Syria, whether it's the Kurds that America has betrayed by backing this jihadist ISIS Al-Qaeda member, Mr. Jilani in Syria, who puts on a suit and the president says he's a handsome guy. He welcomes those people into the White House. He welcomes Mohammed bin Salman into the White House, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. But he won't invite Reza Pahlavi into the White House because they don't want Reza Pahlavi. They want to have somebody that they can control. And that is such hypocrisy. So, history is watching. More importantly, the Lord is watching. And America, all you people that support the president and support this current government of America federally, please pray. For the sake of the blessing upon our nation, may we never betray Israel, and may we stand up and support Persia. And may we follow the words that we said. Help is on the way. 2 weeks and counting, Mr. President. 2 weeks and counting. And God spared your life, sir. God spared your life. Not to make America rich again, but to make this nation godly again. To make us a righteous nation, because the Bible says that righteousness exalts a nation. Sin is a reproach to any people. God didn't spare your life, sir, to make America rich again. To make our 401ks big and fat. To make us comfortable and lazy as Islam and the leftists take over America, as what is witnessed by what's happening in Minnesota right now. Sir, God spared you to be a voice of righteousness in this nation and to the world. You go to Davos and you sign a peace agreement What peace is there, sir? What peace do you see when 60 to 70,000 people have been massacred in Iran? Mostly young people. And more on the way. So, I will stop there because I had to get this off my chest. I felt like I was going to explode with how heavy this has been. Sleepless nights, many hours of tears. Just all of a sudden, I'll be doing stuff around and I'll start just, tears will well up in my eyes. Not just because people are dying. People die every day in the world. There is sin, there is evil. I understand. I'm not naive. I'm not a baby Christian. But because it grieves me at the condition of America, the place that gave me freedom, the place that allowed me the opportunity to accept Christ. So I pray that we will do the right thing. So please pray. And if any of you have contact to any of the people that can get messages like this to President Trump, then please do it. Please do it. Please get that message. And please don't sit here on this page and make excuses for the president. Please don't tell me it takes time to carry out an attack. Yes, it does. But don't say we're locked and loaded if you're not locked and loaded. Don't bluff. Don't bluff, Mr. President. Don't bluff to the devil. We don't bluff with the devil. We don't bluff with the enemy. Be a man of your word, sir, as I choose to be a man of my words. So, God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me vent. And I pray some part of this is from the Lord. I pray some part of this would strike us deep. Because I truly believe that right now God is watching America and our response to this evil that is affecting the entire world. And I'm not surprised about the United Nations or the European Union or the press. But I am surprised by many churches and pastors and Christians and your two-layered hypocrisy and justice. And of course, I'm saddened by our president, whose words were so powerful that they led the Iranian people to march into the streets against bullets, against guns, against machetes, against 50 caliber guns, against sniper rifles, against chemical weapons. When the most powerful, freest man, when the most powerful man of the freest nation on the planet says, locked and loaded, we're coming. If they kill you, we're coming. Help is on the way. Go to the streets, take the institutions. When he says that, then guess what? The Iranian people listened. And they got massacred for it. So, America, recompense is coming if we don't act. Recompense is coming. Woe to this nation. That's all I have to say. Woe to this nation if we don't keep the words that we have already spoken. So I pray you pray for the president for a spirit of conviction. I pray you pray that somebody would be able to have words around him. Because they certainly won't listen to people like me. And that's okay. But whoever God can use, I pray they can get to him and to our leaders. And also pray that Israel would stop being under the thumb of America. All you who say, oh, it's the Israeli lobby that controls America. Nonsense. America is controlling Israel right now. Maybe in the past, yes, but not right now. It's the Arab Muslim lobby that is controlling America. Qatar, Saudis, Arab Emirates, the Bahrainis, the Kuwaitis, the Turks, the Egyptians, the Jordanians. And so let us please pray. So sorry this was longer than I intended. I wanted to keep this very short, but I just had to say what was on my heart. Thank you guys for listening. God bless you. And again, even though we're on vacation right now with our family, I will be bringing updates as things happen. God bless.